Welcome, and thank you for sending us this really fascinating collection of sources. Today we're doing a deep dive into some press materials. On the surface, it looks like a standard release, but it's really, a blueprint for an emerging artist named Bags and his new project, the Sungaze EP.
Exactly. And press assets like these, they're so strategic, they're designed to tell you everything.
We're not just reading bullet points here, we're trying to synthesize a whole creative identity.
Right. Our mission for you is to quickly unpack this profile, the personal identity, the sound, even the geography of it all. And we're locking in on the Sungaze EP. It's a 6-track project. And we know it's set for release on October 31st, 2025, out of Singapore.
So that gives us our when and our where right out of the gate. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start with the artist himself, the core identity. Who is Bags? What's the first thing they want us to know?
Well, the emphasis is immediately on this idea of the multi-hyphenate creator. He's positioned as a 25-year-old Filipino-Singaporean musician.
And that's not just a demographic detail, is it? That dual nationality, it points to something deeper.
It really does. It speaks to the creative scenes in Southeast Asia, those intersections. But it doesn't stop at musician.
No, the sources are very clear to list his other roles. Video editor and artist, that feels critical today.
It's vital. I mean, if you're a video editor and a visual artist, you basically have control over your entire creative world.
It suggests he's self-sufficient. He doesn't need a huge team for the visuals, which are, what, half the brand now?
At least. And that connects directly to the next detail about the music's origin. It says he self-produces his indie and bedroom pop tunes in his room as a passion.
That phrase, in his room, that's doing a lot of work.
It's a very carefully chosen genre marker. It signals that whole DIY, lo-fi authenticity that is just, essential for the bedroom pop tag. It tells you the space itself is part of the sound. It's intimate, personal.
Okay, but let me just pause on that because I want to challenge it a little. He's listed as a professional video editor. So doesn't that level of pro skill kind of contradict the whole passion project in his room story? Is this just marketing to seem more grassroots?
That is such an important question, and I think it shows how sophisticated the branding is. The key is the difference between technical skill and aesthetic choice. He has the skills to make his videos look polished, but the music itself is presented as something more raw, more unfiltered.
Ah, okay, so it's that tension between them.
Exactly. Pro-level execution on lo-fi, personal content, that's what audiences connect with. It's what feels authentic now.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's a controlled narrative. Okay, now we have to talk about the personality hook because this made me smile.
I know which one you mean.
He occasionally terrorizes his friends with a kazoo.
It's just brilliant, isn't it? It's probably the most effective piece of branding in the whole document.
Why do you say that?
Well, for one, it completely breaks down any formality. It makes them seem funny, approachable. And two, in a musical context, a kazoo, it signals playfulness.
Unconventional instrumentation, yeah. And in the world of TikTok or, short-form video, having a weird sound element is like gold.
It's a potential viral hook right there. It suggests the music isn't going to take itself too seriously all the time.
So if we put it all together for this first part, we have a multi-talented, self-producing artist from Singapore and the Philippines with pro skills but a DIY feel and a sense of humor.
Right. We've established the who and the how, which leads us to the next logical question.
What kind of music is he actually making? Let's move into that then. The sonic territory. The press materials list 4 main genres for the Sungaze EP.
And it's a very optimized blend for today's market.
Indie pop, bedroom pop, alternative, and indie rock.
Okay, so indie pop and indie rock, those are your foundation. They promise melody, structure, probably guitar-driven stuff. It makes it accessible.
But the modifiers are bedroom pop and alternative. And bedroom pop, like we said, that's a whole aesthetic.
It is. And for you, the listener, when you hear that, it implies certain technical things. Think warm vocals, maybe some tape hiss, not that super glossy production of mainstream pop.
It's the sound of intimacy.
Exactly. The sonic equivalent of a comfortable sweater.
Oh.
And then alternative is the get-out-of-jail-free card.
A license to experiment.
Right. It means the subject matter might be a bit deeper, or the harmonies a little less conventional, even if the songs are catchy.
And we can't forget the geographical anchor here, Singapore. How does that local context play into these, very global sounds?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, operating out of Singapore while using this global bedroom pop sound is a really smart move.
It stops it from sounding generic.
It roots the sound in a specific place. It gives it a unique filter. It's like he's taking these big sonic influences from all over and running them through his own personal local lens.
So the setting isn't just a pin on a map.
No, it's part of the story, part of that intimacy. The sound is shaped by the room, and the room is in Singapore.
And all this talk of atmosphere and place, it brings us perfectly to the track list. This is the most concrete evidence we have.
Section 3, dissecting the Sungaze EP track list. And yeah, this is where we can start to see the actual emotional journey.
Okay, so we have 6 titles. Sungaze, Happy Pill, Cloudy, Rainfall, Esplanade, and Snowpiercer.
The patterns just jump right out at you.
Right. I see 3 clear buckets. The first one is huge. Weather and atmosphere.
4 of the 6 tracks, Sungaze, Cloudy, Rainfall, Snowpiercer. That's a massive clue.
It suggests a very mood-driven textural experience. In indie music, weather is almost always a metaphor for an internal state.
Oh, absolutely. So Rainfall isn't just about water from the sky. It's likely about melancholy or cleansing. Cloudy is maybe about feeling unresolved.
It really plays back into him being a visual artist. These are very cinematic, atmospheric words.
For sure.
Then the second theme is more direct, mood and emotion, and that's Happy Pill.
Yeah, Happy Pill stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a modern reference to mood regulation. If the rest of the EP is this natural, emotional weather,
Then this is the artificial intervention.
it could be, or a commentary on it, it hints that the EP is definitely about navigating emotions, the natural and the managed.
And then we have the third bucket, which is just one song, the outlier, Esplanade.
Theme 3, specificity in place. Esplanade is almost certainly a real physical location, a landmark in Singapore.
This is the pin in the map.
This is it. It takes all those broad universal themes, sun, rain, clouds, and it anchors them to one specific lived reality.
It's the moment the music goes from metaphor to memory, maybe.
What's fascinating here is that contrast.
Yeah.
You have this intimate lo-fi production style paired with these huge universal weather themes, but it's all anchored to this one hyper-local spot.
But let's look at the track order, because that seems to tell a story all on its own. It starts with Sungaze, and it ends with Snowpiercer.
That is a massive emotional shift, a huge arc.
Sungaze feels warm, bright, maybe optimistic, staring right at the sun. It's a bold way to start.
A very bold start. And then the last track, Snowpiercer. I mean, given Singapore's climate, snow is instantly a metaphor.
And pierced.
Hmm.
That sounds sharp, painful, cold.
The journey from that intense warmth and light to this stark, piercing cold, it's very intriguing. It suggests this isn't just a collection of songs.
It's a progression, a guided emotional journey with Cloudy, Rainfall, and Happy Pill as the steps along the way.
We're looking at an arc that seems to go from, I don't know, kind of bright-eyed optimism to a moment of harsh, cold clarity.
From the summer dream to the winter reality.
And that's a really deep narrative structure to build with just 6 titles. It kind of demands you listen from start to finish.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have a pretty complete picture here built just from these materials. So what does this all mean for you? We've learned that Bags is a 25-year-old Filipino-Singaporean artist. He's embracing that DIY spirit, but with pro skills.
He uses unconventional instruments.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for that kazoo.
We are. And he's built this new Sungaze EP around these really atmospheric personal themes, all delivered with that bedroom pop intimacy.
It's a masterclass in branding, really. He's positioned himself right at that intersection of polished visuals and lo-fi sound.
And for anyone who wants to follow along, the sources confirm he's on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and has a website. The visual side is clearly going to be just as important. And the date you need to remember is October 31st, 2025. That's when the full EP drops.
You know, the thing I'm left wondering about is that progression. From Sungaze, this warm, hopeful act, to Snowpiercer, which sounds so stark and even painful. So the final puzzle is this. Is that journey from warmth to cold meant to be a loss of innocence? Or is it about finding a necessary, if difficult, clarity? That's the real question waiting for you on October 31st.